Women in Gaza are being forced to perform sex acts in exchange for aid. Let me repeat that. Women in Gaza are being forced to perform sex acts, literally trade sex in order to receive life-saving aid. This is why the people of Gaza need unfettered access to aid. Israel's blockade on the Strip has led to increased rates of gender-based and sexual violence. Women in Gaza are being exploited, being promised access to money, food, water, medicine, all forms of aid in exchange for sexual interaction. 6 different human rights organizations in Gaza have said that they are aware of reports of sexual violence being linked to receiving aid. As if women in the Strip are not suffering enough, they are being forced to make impossible decisions with their dignity in order to survive. A report by the Associated Press has detailed the experiences of 6 women living in Gaza who spoke under the condition of anonymity for fear of retribution. One 29-year-old woman reported how she was harassed by an aid worker, somebody who is literally there to save lives, promising her food for her 4 children in exchange for sexual interaction. She said, "I had to feed my children. If I didn't do it, who would?" Another woman said that she was lured to an apartment building under the promise of receiving a job so that she could get enough money to feed herself. When she arrived there, he would not let her leave until she performed. And she said, "I had to play along because I was scared. What are these women supposed to do?" She said that man gave her $30 and a box of food and medicine in exchange for her dignity. And let's be clear, it is Israel's restrictions on humanitarian aid. It is Israel's illegal blockade that is forcing women into this position, forcing them to resort to this in order to feed themselves and their families. All of this, on top of all of the other issues that women face in the Strip, they have no access to menstrual products and are forced to resort to tearing strips off of tents and clothing in order to stop their bleeding, which inevitably leads to higher rates of infection. There has been a 300% increase in rates of miscarriages in women in Gaza and a lack of postpartum care for women who do manage to get through the birthing process. All of these different factors that lead to women having higher rates of mortality in the Strip, and now on top of it, they are facing massive levels of gender-based violence just trying to get access to food. Conflict zones, areas of famine, are a breeding ground for sexual exploitation. It's happening in Sudan, it's happening in Congo, it's happening in Haiti, and it's happening in Palestine.